It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the torchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make you shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun la mo la mo do.
Hello there.
Maiyegun la mo la mo do. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Gbogbo ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary.
Read the caption of the broadcast, digest it, share it, and sit back, relax, and enjoy this.
Diary Politico. Godfatherism. Kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Maiyegun diary. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé.
Thank you.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. And yes, right.
Share the broadcasts.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. And yes, right. Presido bá rúfin o. And yes, right. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. And yes, right.
The man on your screen, right there, is the publisher, the editor-in-chief of Herald newspaper, based in Kaduna. And if you have been reading about, if you have been following the terrorist activities up north, you realize that many of the first-hand reporters most times are these northern publishers. They have access to most of these terror gangs and their activities, and they interview them on a very regular basis. But look at this man on your screen. His name is Tukor Mamu. Tukor Mamu is the negotiator negotiator for the Boko Haram terrorists that kidnapped the Kaduna Abuja train passengers on the 28th of March 2022. Is the one, or let me say, is the lead negotiator for Boko Haram. And through him alone, over 20 victims were able to regain their freedom after paying the ransom. I'm talking about 100 million naira per victim. So that should be a good thing. Well, hang on. I'll come back to the lapses part, okay? But that should be a good thing, right? However, yesterday, himself, his two wives, his two children were arrested in Cairo, Egypt. On their way, according to him, on his way, or let me say on their way to Saudi Arabia. But the story that the Nigeria DSS gave is different from his. Now that you know who that person is, right? Now, the Nigeria Intelligence, they call them National Intelligence Agency, NIA. They are like junior brothers to DSS in authority. Or let me say they are senior brother, I don't know, whichever. Or they are like a Siamese twins. NIA comprises of the intelligence officers, national intelligence officers like your CIA in America or MI6 in the UK. I don't know what I'm talking about, and if they are actually like the same. What I'm saying is that they have they have access to all information pertaining to security in Nigeria. They are like people who can make you disappear. Okay, that they can wipe you off, every data of you, everything about you can be, you know what I mean? Now, these are the guys who were chasing Tukor Mamu. According to them, they were looking for him, and he got wind that the NIA were looking for him, that he was escaping from Nigeria. From what the other intel sources also shared, they said they had to arrest him because at some point, it felt like it was about to be set up. They said it felt like it was about to be set up. Therefore, he just packed his family to run away from Nigeria. Okay, he abandoned the negotiation, said he's no longer involved. But on the other hand, they said, as the negotiator, he's made a lot of money for himself. Okay, and because of this, there has been some report that, in fact, he's taking a cut for himself in the negotiation where over 160 people were kidnapped and over 1.4 billion naira have been paid to these terrorists, including the ones paid by Boko Haram's government, the families of the victims. So they now felt like the guy is kind of, according to the guy, he felt like they want to set him up in order probably to to arrest him or jail him or kill him. He was running away, but he said no. So when they got to the airport, he was gone. It was like they were too late. But he had a stopover in Cairo. So before he got to Cairo, they got to see his travel plan from the immigration there. So they called the Interpol, get that guy for us. So they held him for like 24 hours yesterday. Then they sent him back to Nigeria because of the Boko Haram terrorism industry that is now thriving in northern Nigeria since APC, Egbekegbe came in. But there's somebody who also kind of felt like, how could you do that? This man. You know, many of you have been calling that, why is it that Sheikh Osama bin Gumi is still walking about? Knowing the fact that when mass kidnappings are carried out in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, by the Boko Haram, by the Fulani terrorists, somehow Sheikh Gumi gets to know their locations all over northern Nigeria, from Kaduna to Niger, from Niger to Katsina. It's been everywhere, including Abuja. Abuja that is now surrounded by these deadly terrorists as well. So you have been asking, why is it that nobody questioned him? Nobody arrested him? Well, we have answered that in the past. Sheikh Gumi is kind of enraged. Like, why would you arrest a negotiator? Why? He's not the one that did any kidnapping. He was just trying to help in securing the victims, securing the release of the victims. But ladies and gentlemen, like I have said many times, and like many of you also know, as many of you know, terrorism in Nigeria is now a big industry. Even northerners themselves, they have now confessed to it. Many of them that initially thought it was a good thing that they have the jihadists who are trying to cleanse the land of infidels, until they figured out that the terrorists, as we can see, it's not about the religion only to them. They are a bunch of criminals who are just what? Bloody terrorists as they are. Now, being pampered in Nigeria, and they now look around, they found out that they have been the ones with so many dead bodies piling up. And who should they cry to now? They figured out that, well, probably scammed or played, whatever it is. Now they realize that they are in soup because northerners are now selling their properties. Not just now, they have been. Many of them can no longer farm anymore for a long time. A lot of them are selling their properties, everything they have, just to pay ransom to terrorists shouting Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So, one of the things that APC, Egbekegbe, promised when they were coming was that they were going to announce the sponsor of Boko Haram in Nigeria. But we did warn you that there is no way you are going to ask Boko Haram to investigate Boko Haram, just like asking Boko Haram to investigate Boko Haram. When Sheikh Gumi, or put it this way, when this terror that enveloped Nigeria today, that they have now made you, or kind of trying to make you get used to, right? It became, the conspiracy, not just the conspiracy, the collusion and everything else you've known, right? And when Sheikh Gumi now came into the picture, everything now makes sense. I will revisit some of them. We know that those who are sponsoring the Boko Haram terrorists, they are the prominent religious and political leaders from northern Nigeria. Yes. Now, when the Fulani terrorists, armed terrorists, entered Nigeria and started slaughtering and kidnapping and then a robbery and all that stuff that they are doing, we also know they are backers too. Sure you get. So when they compromised the security system, we also announced that too. Now, people were asking, how come Nigeria's budget on insecurity continue to increase and the money continue to go into the private pocket of those who are starching their uniforms and they call themselves service chiefs and the rest of that, why terrorists are making a kill in Nigeria? How come they couldn't locate them? Why is it so difficult for the government to know that, oh, this is where they are? And we are just going to do a coordinated sweep. A very, very easy and possible thing to do for a government that said they want to keep you safe. But is what? It is Bobo. Now, why are they so invincible? They are everywhere. 19 states in northern Nigeria, including the Middle Belt, there is nowhere that these terrorists don't have their camp. The survivors, the victims, including the military who have been killed and the survivors of their attacks, they know their locations. But we have also received reports many times when they had the chance of clamping on them, right? Or, there is always a call from above for them to retreat. We have received that on several occasions. Okay. Now, we have also witnessed where the same Nigeria opened extra shop called Operation Safe Corridor, where they were paying billions and billions and billions of your money to terrorists. And all of these are going to where? Going into buying arms. But the Nigerian military couldn't locate them. The Nigerian NIA couldn't locate the terrorists and their victims. Weeks, months, even years, undetected. But there are northern journalists who have access. Though maybe we can't really say very easy access to them, but they have access to them. Okay? To the core heart of the location of all these terrorists, including their victims too. They interviewed them, but even leave the journalists. Let's say those ones are just like reporting or maybe not fully or reporting. Then Sheikh, Islamic leader, and some other journalists or publishers who have now seen an opportunity to not just make name for themselves, but make money for themselves. That is what the business is all about today. So, rather than report the locations of terrorists to the authority that can then use the billions and trillions of weapons they bought with your money, sweep them, those they have arrested, summarily prosecute them, sentence them to death, or sentence them to life in prison, whatever you want to do with them. Yeah, Nigeria has that money. But the purpose is not to use that money to stop the terrorism. It is to make money from that terrorism. And the longer it lasted, the richer they are. So, rather than really use those information, they turn themselves to negotiators. Because I don't know what is the percentage of negotiators in Nigeria kidnapping industry. Police did help negotiate. If you are kidnapped or your family member is kidnapped, if you call the police will tell you to wait for the call of the kidnappers. Now, when the kidnapper calls and make demand, police will help you to process the ransom. Yes, that is the state of Nigeria. Do you now think all of that comes for free? So, but Sheikh Gumi made the revelation. Gumi said, there is no single meeting he had with the terrorists. That's the Nigerian government, the northern state governors, the Nigerian military, the Nigeria DSS, the Nigeria police are not aware of. In fact, whenever Gumi made contact with the terrorists and they have made an appointment, the northern governors, they will give Gumi money. They will give him police. They will give him, logistic like vehicles. They will give him everything he needed, including any 5-star, 4-star hotel in the nearby city to the forest Gumi is going to visit. So when Gumi came out, Gumi said, the terrorists are fighting a just cause. They are just doing businesses. What are they doing that is wrong? They are just kidnapping women and children, and they are collecting money on it. Is that what you are going to call terrorism? Why can't Nigeria give them what they want? Okay, what do the terrorists want that made them to kill at will and kidnap you? Just like when you go for hunting, you go into the forest and you are hunting, and you can just just capture as many animals as your energy can take you. That's what Nigerians are, like game in a reserve. Nigeria has become a game reserve. Nigerians are the games inside there, where terrorists just go out and they capture. You can capture 100, you can capture 200, you can capture 500, and the people will come to you with money. So what do they want? They said they wanted to send their children to school. Meanwhile, when the terrorists were interviewed, what do you do with the money you collect? We spend it on their weapons. The Nigerian borders remain porous in northern part of Nigeria till tomorrow. There is nothing that says Nigerian government increased border patrol or border security to cut the supply of terrorists into Nigeria, to and fro, and then deal and mop up those ones who are in Nigeria. Rather than do that, Nigeria is telling you that Niger Republic and so many other African countries where you have Fulanis, they are Nigerians. So this guy said they want to set him up. But Nigeria is saying, no, we are picking him up because he is in fact a terrorist enabler who has been making more money from this bloody business. Okay, what happened to those that they have claimed that they arrested in the past? Those in prison have been broken out of prison. Abi? Those ones that have not been in prison, well, in Borno State alone, the state governor is proud to tell everyone that over 32,000 repentant terrorists have now surrendered in Borno State. They are now being fed. Guess who were those terrorists? They were terrorists who kidnapped school children. 10 years, what do you call it? Kidnapped school children 8 years ago, 7 years ago, and all this while, that have been kidnapping women, children for the past 10 years, right? Now there is no money to feed them. They have to come back, and Nigeria is taking up the bill, right? I just thought you should know when you are, well, maybe you do know when you are being played or when you are not. Because in northern Nigeria, they are not seeing these terrorists as terrorists. In fact, they see your reactions to all these killings, all this madness. They see your reactions as Southerners. They see them as an attack, like an hate towards the North. Like you are using all these things as an excuse to show your hatred for them. So if you want to condemn the killings and you want to do this or that, then you are indirectly attacking northern Nigeria. But guess what? The money that they are using to fund this terrorism is coming from southern Nigeria, majority of it. The economy of northern Nigeria, the economy of southern Nigeria have completely been destroyed by the activities of these terrorists. Nigeria is buying weapons. The same weapons are being carted away by the same terrorists. But there is nowhere in any court of Nigeria, there is no court in Nigeria right now that is prosecuting any of these terrorists for all these crimes. None. Zilch. So if you react that way, what you are doing is that, well, you are indirectly saying that Northern Nigeria is dragging us down, because you see, the money that could go into funding education, funding infrastructure, going into paying for the people that gives you the essential services like your doctors, healthcare, public service system, transportation, including internal security. All this money that could go into that are being pumped into the bogus fight against terror. You are fighting against terror and you are pardoning terrorists. None of them is being prosecuted for these crimes. The border remains open and all of that. So that is it. Now in Northern Nigeria, like I said, as they don't see me, not all of them see them as terrorists. So to say, okay, and if you call them terrorists, these fanatics believe that you are calling the entire Northern Nigeria terrorists, and therefore they are terrorists. There's nothing you can do about it. So they back them. Just 2 days ago, thereabouts, they said Katsina terrorist, Katsina bandit, they arrested a thief that was stealing railings. You know, those bridge railings, those metals. I mean, those irons on your bridge railings like that, yeah? You know, and then the manhole cover. You see those manhole, all those covers for manhole, and that people are stealing, scrap metal thieves. Guess who arrested one in Boko Haram State after killing almost 7 policemen in that same Katsina State in the last 4 weeks alone? They arrested a thief, and guess what happened? They took the thief to the police. I'm not kidding. Watch, I mean, check this. I think there is a picture and there's an image, this one. So they caught the guy. The guy stole this iron bender, the iron scrap all these scrap sellers. See, those are the terrorists in Katsina, Katsina State bandit or bandit of the Kaduna State, Katsina State branch. They arrested a thief stealing that, and they took him to the police. Now, I was wondering, like, you know, they would just go there and they would just be like, hey, Sonu da Aiki, Abi Sonu da Oku. We are bandits from Katsina. And when we're doing our surveillance, we discovered that one guy who is not one of us is committing a crime against you. So we arrested him here. And they just gave him over. And then the police would just be like, Rankadede, Sarankadede, Alhamdulillah. What else they will say again? Abi, what would the Nigeria police say with the terrorists who now captured a thief? That is the situation we have found ourselves. No wonder, Miyegun, that is also involved in the terrorism happening in Nigeria today. They are the spokesperson for the Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. Miyegun. They are so powerful that Garbage Shehu, the Presidency, Boko Haram's megaphone, Garbage Shehu said, Miyegun is the same as Afenifere. Miyegun is the same as Ohaneze, Ndigbo. Miyegun is the same as, what do they call these people from Niger Delta? Umpadek, no be Umpadek. They have a name for, why did I forget them? Something there, Pusha. These are socio-political groups not socio-political, socio-ethnico political groups who actually represent some major ethnic groups in Nigeria. So who does who does Miyegun represent? They are representing cow, they say cow owners or something, right? And the Fulani terrorists. Now, Miyegun, as Afenifere of Fulani, or an Indigbo of Fulani, Miyegun now have the audacity to say, to give security in Nigeria, especially in southern Nigeria, they can help the people of southern Nigeria to feel safe by providing security for them. I hope you heard that, Abi. Miyegun. It's like Afenifere saying we need to go and provide security for the people of Borno, the people of Northeast, Northwest, and North Central with our soldiers. That's exactly what we have. So we have terrorists, we have terrorist sponsor, we have terrorist, representatives. Then we have terrorist, what's it they call them? Negotiators. They are the middlemen. If any of your family member is kidnapped, if you are looking for somebody to help you speak to the terrorist at the higher level, you speak to this guy because they deal in hundreds of millions of naira, and all this money are moving in that same Nigeria, and not even a single sponsor of this terrorism has been brought to book. Why would they bring anybody to book when they are the ones in government? So, if bandits are helping them to arrest thieves in northern Nigeria, in Katsina State, the same terrorists can just kill the police anytime they wanted and all that. That is exactly what they are proposing to us in southern Nigeria as well. Ask me, or should I ask you, have you heard from any of those who wanted to take the scrap from Boko Haram in 2023, tell you or explain to you how they are going to get rid of this terrorist in a practicable way, right? Have you ever heard of any of them? Because none of them has any way they're going to get rid of them. So imagine you enter Lagos, and from Lagos to Ibadan, you just see the terrorists with their guns, and they are like, oh, yeah, we are doing stop and search. Some of you will say it is not possible. No, what will first happen is what is already happening, right? You have lost your security to armed terrorists that could strike anytime. In Yoruba land, in Biafra land, in Ijo land, and Niger Delta, all these areas, they are everywhere. And anytime they want, they will strike. Yes, that's what they do. That's what is happening now. Now, how we are handling that is beyond saying, no, it will never happen. Because at the end of the day, what you end up with is what your politicians have always done. Propose a truce. Ask you to comply, get used to it, just like them in northern Nigeria. And rather than help, they will then turn to the negotiators to open shop on you until probably when you will say enough. If you would ever say one, if you ever say enough, ever. It's easier this way if we understand that, somehow, Nigeria itself has been restructured in a way that we can easily call for a national convo, a national conversation, okay, where everybody knows their border ends. They can hold those territories in a way that somebody like me will probably not have to really worry so much that when children in Yoruba land are going to bed hungry. I use children because they are the most forgotten. When you talk about those mostly affected by the economic destruction brought about by the APC, Egbekegbe, who promised to end this terrorism, economic sabotage, but rather they what? They expanded it. So the effect of that is when the Boko Haram government, right, continue to take the money, the scarce resources that could provide food for the children in Yoruba land, that could provide education for children in Yoruba land, that could provide security for those who really want to work. I'm talking about our own farmers, those who really want to invest in what we know how to do best, growing our own food in Yoruba land. You know, the resources that could go into all of that have been scraped by Nigeria to fund the war that they don't have a plan to win. And everything pointed to that. So when I see things like this, right, and when I see actors involved in the extension of the war, and if you want to tell me, if I want you to understand the effect of that war, is exactly what I just gave you just now. When they build your budget, I've told you, Nigeria that is under siege, coming from the terrorism attack that has attacked every fabric of Nigeria, the effect of that is what you have today: the increased poverty, increased crime, increased hunger, inflation, and many other things that are currently bedeviling Nigeria. But there are victims of them. And when you now look at those who brought this upon you, and you realize that in every of their move, they have no plan in bringing this to an end, right? It breaks hearts, and it's better we make you understand that. Now, in Nigeria, yeah, every resources of the land belong to the central government of Nigeria. And because of this, to fund this fraud, to fund it, then they have to what? They have to create an imbalance, an inequality as the ingredient of it. Now, put it this way. The resources of Nigeria on the land and then below the ground belong to the federal government of Nigeria, which means every penny that comes from them belongs to them as well, because it's going to be shared according to their own choosing. Now, what did they do? Nigeria is at war, has been at war for the past 10 years now, okay? And trillions of your money has gone down the drain in the fight against it. And in the process, yeah, rather than for it to abate, it has become, you know, something else, right? Now, what does this come to? It simply means when they take every resources from everywhere, let's use money. When they get every penny from everywhere, they pull it together, right? Then they bring out this knife of sharing. They call it sharing formula, right? In that sharing formula, because the government of Nigeria that promised to keep all of us safe from those who are planning to hurt us or to harm us, Abi, because of this responsibility, they have to take the chunk, the largest share of the pie. Where does this largest share goes to? It goes into funding security, funding and boosting the economy, supposedly, Abi, or building or investing in infrastructure that cut across the length and breadth of the country. But that's not what they do, right? Now, they then have to go and write a bigger budget that 1/3 of it, nearly half of that budget, will go into security. But you know it. The security situation in Nigeria, as they pump more money into it, the more it becomes, escalated, so to say, Abi. But there is a reason for that, right? When they put 1/3 of your budget into fighting or providing security for you, okay, then they have to scrap all that from money that should go into funding child education or the children education, adult education, investment in youth development, investment in infrastructures that could create jobs, job creations, and the rest of them, right? So you have nothing left for those. Now, here is the saddest part of it, right? If those investments, when you invest in security, it is because nothing grows, nothing moves in any environment where you have insecurity. Okay, if you don't have security, you can't work. If you don't have security, you can't grow any economy. If you don't have any security, you can't do absolute nothing. You will be struggling through it, and it will be so easy to tell without security. Therefore, if government invests in security, you as a citizen, that they are investing that your money into that should, at the end of the day, see a return on your investment, which means you should see improvement in that security, Abi, whereby there should be, when there is improvement in security, there will be improvement in the economy. Nigeria economy is mostly on agriculture, if we have to. And then when you say agriculture, then you go to trade as well. What you really have to trade with, what you are capable of trading with, is crop production and all that stuff, right? But because of the insecurity, many farmers have been killed by these terrorists in the last 12 years alone. Okay, so which means many people have been chased out of farm. Now, a recent example of this is, in order to curb the food insecurity in Nigeria, to curb the food inflation, the hunger, the starvation that is, in fact, hitting deep into Nigerians today, right? In order to curb it, the Nigerian government, in partnership with African Development Bank, they put together resources in total of almost 2 trillion naira that they were going to, they called it an anchor borrower program. It was meant for to encourage people to go back to farming and grow food. Okay, that if people could go back to farm and grow food, right, and they stop importation of food, that would production, right, will help increase food in Nigeria, and in that regard, reduce cost of living in Nigeria. They invested 2 trillion naira. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, the rise they later displayed in Abuja, guess how much the return is from that investment? Less than 300 billion naira. Nigerian government lost nearly 1.7 trillion naira in trying to encourage people to go back to farm and grow food. Right? Do you know why? Because these terrorists have taken over most of the communities that grow food in northern Nigeria. Guess who are the owners of all these communities that really grow food in northern Nigeria? They are mostly Hausas and other ethnic nationalities from northern Nigeria, not majorly Fulanis. I'm not saying Fulanis are not growing their food, though, but it is on record. Their Fulanis are nomadic. They are always what? Always moving, Abi. Therefore, the real locals, in fact, what is really causing real war in northern Nigeria, the escalated killings in northern Nigeria that has now, come to public, is between the Fulanis and Hausas. Guess those who are being killed most, who claim they are being killed by the Fulanis? The Hausas. So they are those who are supposed to be growing food. Majority of them, they have run away from their communities. They couldn't grow any food. Yes, this is a fact. And guess who are those chasing them off the farm? The Fulani terrorists. So if you don't believe those who have invested their money privately in trying to grow food in Nigeria to reduce the food cost in Nigeria, Abi, the government of Nigeria invested nearly 2 trillion naira. They lost almost 70% of that investment. It is public. It is in public domain. You can go and verify. The reason for that is this: terrorists have taken over most of those communities. Just about 3 days ago, there's a news that said that they kidnapped worshippers at a mosque in Zungu community in a local government in Zamfara. They were kidnapped by terrorists and they were moved to a farm and they were turned to free farm workers. 44 of them, they are still in the captivity. They didn't demand ransom from their families. They just put them on the farm to be working as farmers. For terrorists, guess what? Most of those farms are now controlled by terrorists as well. Those ones not controlled by them, destroyed by them completely. The farmers who were once the owners, killed and slaughtered. Nigeria knows that. And all of these didn't bring back the investment in trying to revive the economy through agriculture. The terrorists, they destroyed it. The investment in security, they destroyed it because of the compromise of those who are making those investments, the Nigeria government. So the outbreak there is that we know the terrorists, we know their sponsor, we know their backers, we know their sympathizers. All these names are known. But the effect of all their actions, they are continually prompt people like us to continue to speak out and say, listen, you can never be promising a greater future for the people of Nigeria, which Yoruba people are part of right now. The children of Yoruba land, the children of Nigeria, you can't be promising them something that is, technically, or let me say practically impossible, because there's a different thing that is going on. There's a different picture they are painting to you. And if you then finally, get played and you look back and you're like, I thought they said they would do it. No. They won't. As a Yoruba man, right? I am watching from far how the Nigeria system is destroying lives of young people, stealing that same future. You see, stealing away their dreams and replacing those dreams with the mirage. What do you call it? With the mirage called tomorrow that the politicians are promising them. I am watching from far. How Nigeria is using the resources that could keep these youngsters educated. I'm talking about real education, real investment in it. And they are plundering that same resources on terrorists that are deliberately being pampered. So if I am worried, you should be worried too. You should. Because they have just announced, they said they are going to borrow 11 trillion naira for 2023 budget. Now, let me give you another instance of how this whole thing is affecting everyone. And whether you belong to A or belong to B or belong to C, I have figured out that none of the consequences of what these actions of these people, none of their consequences is limited to those who are promoting or propagating them alone, including you that doesn't like them for one reason, for one bit. Nobody is spared. Everyone is a victim of all these horrible choices. And I've said it many times. I said, if they ask us what is the solution, it is one thing that you've never tried. And that thing is that let everybody go their separate ways. We have criminals everywhere. Before these Fulani terrorists, before this Boko Haram, we have had armed robbers. And we grew up knowing the conspiracy of the security men, the security agents in collaboration with the same criminals. But we have never, ever dreamt of a day where we have to sacrifice the future of our own children to fight a proxy war. A proxy war, a war that those in government of Nigeria ignited when they were in opposition. And the same war that they have now expanded to the rest of the country right now that they are in government. How do I know that? Please show me one single terrorist right now that is standing trial for any of the atrocities that if you go on social media, if you go on Google right now, and search the terrorism act in Nigeria, or dateline of all the terrorist attacks in Nigeria, okay? And begin to read. If you have time, just spend just another 10-15 minutes and you will be bombarded with more than 500 attacks in different places for the past 12 years. If you can please point out one place where there is a current government of Nigeria prosecuting any terrorist at all for just of one of those crimes. Any. Can you? Now, that is a dream that somebody like us never, ever dreamt of. That a day will come that terrorists will be kings, terrorists will be in government, terrorists who are beheading people, terrorists who are killing children. And then we have to sacrifice the future of our children, because the future of our children is what we teach them today. Ask yourselves, what do you think Nigeria is teaching the young people in Yoruba land right now? What do you think Nigeria is teaching the younger people in Igbo land right now? In your own opinion, what do you think the Nigerian system is teaching the average northern youth right now? Whatever your answer is my answer too. Because if you are being honest, you can tell me, it is not, it's not anything good, is it? Now, we have to scrap their future for that. We have to scrap the good health care for that. We have to scrap the good standard of living for that. We have to scrap all of that for our own people. We have to scrap all of that because we are fighting a proxy war, a war that is never going to be won, because it's never meant to be won in the first place. It's not. It's a big industry right now, a very, very big one. Negotiators alone are multimillionaires. Terrorists themselves, they are multi-billionaires. And we are talking about industry that is now over $20 billion worth of industry gone running. The border is porous, it's opened. Nigeria is doing nothing about that. There's no plan on that. You know it. They know the individuals behind all of this. They are mostly untouchable. And it's because of Nigeria. Now, the money that could go into feeding young children, to stop, so much. Do you know? I don't know if you know this. Do you know that the debt of Nigeria now is over 100 billion, external debt? The Nigeria internal debt is over 100 billion as well, $100 billion as well. We are talking about over 40 trillion naira. That is the Nigeria local debt. The Nigerian foreign debt is over 50 trillion naira. And there is another one they haven't told you. Or maybe I have told you many times, but I'll keep reminding you. But it is changing as well. And that is the one by from Emefiele. Do you know that Central Bank of Nigeria have printed over 20 trillion naira for this Boko Haram government as well in the last 7 years? Do you know that? Do you? And do you know that paying back all of this money owed by Nigeria is going to take us another 125 years? Jesus Christi Obaye. All of you who have children, are you listening at all? Are you? What future are they promising you now? Your children's future? All looted and stolen. Central Bank of Nigeria printed and gave a total of 739 billion naira from 1960 to 2015. Do you know how much Central Bank of Nigeria loaned government, past government before 2015? From 1960 to including civil war, everything, from 1960 to 2015. 739 billion naira. They call that overdraft. Now, something like, Central Bank will be like, we know we are the one keeping your tax collected, all this tax and all that. We are the one keeping your sales on crude oil sales money. We are the one keeping the money. So what happened is that after you have withdrawn all your money from Central Bank as government of Nigeria, okay, we know that in the next few days or the next few weeks, we are going to get back some money. So we can quickly give you some money to use, okay? So, we'll give you 50 billion. Do you want 50 billion? Before the month end, before you get all your money in and you share it again. we can give you 50 billion. So that's what central bank used to do for government of Nigeria before 2015. And then whenever the money from the crude oil, from everywhere, whenever they come in, central bank will remove what they borrowed Nigerian government. They will put it back in wherever they got it from. And they will share the rest like as usual. And whatever they need to keep, they will keep. That's what they have been doing before 2015. Do you know that between 2015 and 2022, today, Emefiole alone has printed and gave 20 trillion naira to Boko Haram's government? Have you asked them what they use the money for? Have you? No, you haven't. Well, that is part of the inflation you are suffering now today. It is part of it. Boko Haram's government took Nigeria debt from $13 billion to over $100 billion today. That is foreign debt too. They took the local debt from 8.3 trillion naira to over 43 trillion naira today. Local debt too. Those are the bonds they are selling to you. Come and buy federal government bond. Come and buy this and that. They take all the money from you, and you know that one. All of those money they borrowed from local. What have you now? They are over 43 trillion. Emefiole money is there. 20 trillion. All of this, none of them is invested in anything that has to do with the future of your children. None of them. All this trillion, billion, trillion, this zillion, this and that. They have depleted you so bad that the foreign reserve of Nigeria that was around the $42 billion has been depleted right now down to, hey, shamelessly down to under 30 billion as we speak today. Somebody said 33 billion. Ask them, what did they do with the money? What? Exactly. So I'm a Yoruba man today. When you talk about poverty in Nigeria, I can tell you free of charge, we have our own victims of the poverty they have erected in Nigeria. Our people are sharing it from it. Our children are sharing from it. And sadly, those who are supposed to at least say the truth to our people before we begin to sell our properties to pay for ransom too. Our people are already being kidnapped. We are already paying ransom too. Okay? We are paying ransom to terrorists now. People are, maybe it is not massive right now. Our people are already selling their properties to go and pay ransom, just like the northerners. But the people want to be politically correct. People want to save Nigeria. People want to be president and the rest of that. They want us to ignore all of this and just wait. Because overnight, all of this are just going to end and disappear. And we're just going to wake up to this beautiful, better Nigeria, where clowns like this are inspiration to what they have made of Nigerian young people. Somebody like this.
Please, we just came to appeal to you to please invite FFK for a dinner. Please. Just one night. Just for one night.
Me invite FFK for a dinner?
Oh, yes. No.
Please. I'm not going to backroll anybody.
No. Just help him.
I'm not going to backroll anybody.
Or when for food, Kayode himself responded. Our motivation, our motivational, inspirational, what have you, to the damaged Nigerian youth.
Good evening, sir.
Security.
Sir.
Good evening. How's it?
Nice.
Okay. Any problem?
Yes, sir. There's a gentleman outside.
Name?
Senator Dino Malay, sir.
Dino Melai.
Yes, sir.
But there's a sign at the gate. You know this. What does the sign say? No lepers, no stray dogs, no pigs, no ill-bred country bumpkins, no desperate clowns, and no gutter snipes.
So you know very well that creatures like that cannot enter my space or my property or my house. You know this.
Yes, sir.
So please, just find something for him and let him go. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
And as he's going or anybody approaching, be careful. He has a particular weakness when it comes to men's backsides.
Okay,
So
sir.
be careful that he doesn't violate you in any way.
Okay, sorry, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Exactly. It is the today's reality. Something we think, or let me say something I think is or should be worrisome to those who are parents or those who would love to be parents. The future that they are talking about, the hope they are building on Nigeria, is as good, is as real as Father Christmas or Santa, as they will say. That's the promise they are giving your children. They gave you them. Your own was a different mix. Your own children's, breakfast as it will be, is now mixed with a bit of terrorism. You might think you survived. They should be able to survive, but you have no idea that even you haven't really survived it. Because, as they say, yesterday's victims, or let me say yesterday's survivors, they are going to be today's victims. Today's survivors are tomorrow's victims. It is just turn by turn, as many of you would know, waiting for your turn. Or may this thing pass over your head. How do they say that? God, can you let this cup pass over me? You are waiting for it to either pass over you or waiting for your turn. That is the bracket we are. And so if you have to be gone and you care less, imagine what is it going to be like for your children. Make it easier for them. Educate them enough that no matter what they are telling them, this is what Nigeria is. Okay? And in order to make peace, there are indigenous people that own Nigeria, the land that is today's Nigeria. The the traditional or indigenous boundary that ordinarily served as our own protection to start with when it comes to trespassing or trespassers. All these traditional boundaries have been broken down by the Nigeria unitary system. Now, whatever they try to mix together, think about this. Look on your screen. How do you think it is going to really be easier to mix and let people who are, all of these people who have over 250 ethnic nationalities all together like that, and then with over 500 languages all together like that, without their consent or the terms of governance, how they kind of planned or tailored towards everyone's traditional, religious, and indigenous customs and all that stuff, that nobody can just trample upon. If you think fusing all of these people together, all of us like this, together, and being ruled by one person, right, is what the future hold for your children, then you probably will need to ask again, how come it hasn't worked in your time if your parents saw it that same way as well and they kept mute? So if you are keeping mute or praying or wishing, I just want you to have it at the back of your mind that this is the problem. Okay, this is the issue. And if people who are if all the people who are here are no way part of the arrangement, right, that says we want to be Nigeria, and there's no time where they say, oh, this is the written document signed, or this is the copy of the referendum that bind every one of us together in Nigeria under these terms and conditions, right? If you have none of that and you are afraid to even start that conversation, trust me, you probably will begin to see the entire map goes up in red with the level of impunity we are witnessing today, with this level of selective justice we are witnessing today, and on like that. Okay? I just want you to have this at the back of your mind. This is the problem. When they talk about Nigeria, this is what they're hiding from you. This is the vein. This is the blood. This is the water. This is the life. Everything that makes up that contraption called Nigeria. And none of these people is invited to that table that made them Nigeria today. And the injustice that continue to tear us apart is now widening. The gap that is tightly knitted that you are seeing so now is redrawing the map now. And no thanks to the criminals who brought us to this stage. Some will tell you, if you do it this way, you will still have peace. You know that. If you let religion, belief, and the rest of that do their thing, you can still have peace this way. Even if you don't want to break it into pieces that much now. But if you want to keep it the way it is, you can continue to expect the same results. I just thought I should touch that as well. So that's where I'm going to draw my own curtain. And well, I think I picked one again. You remember this guy who said he didn't believe in Nigeria? That is the man who wants to be president of Nigeria that he didn't believe in. But when the money is right, I mean, when you have a chance of being in charge, you know, like I told you, many Nigerians don't hate the criminality. In fact, their own criminality is just to wait for the time it's going to be their turn. So when it is their turn, then the criminality can always be nice. Come on, it's got a different name. It's called patriotism, the fake patriotism that these people are, you know. So our children should know why you are telling them that they deserve better and they can have it better because you know that they deserve it better. I mean, if you think you deserve better, then your children deserve better too. So if they say, what is the solution? I have told you many times. If they ask you, do you want Nigeria or you want Biafra? Your choice will decide or answer that, okay? If they ask me, do you want Nigeria or you want Oduduwa nation or Yoruba nation? I will choose without even thinking twice. I will choose Yoruba nation. No looking back or no thinking anything at all. Because I've done all the thinking. I've weighed all the options. And I can tell you, it is the only thing we haven't tried. The only thing that the owners of Nigeria are afraid of. Yeah? And if you ask yourself, why are they so scared of that? It's because they will lose everything that make them relevant today. They will never be what they are in Nigeria in those places anymore. Never. Nigeria condoned them. Nigeria, you know, how about the Nigeria housed them? Nigeria empowered them. All these local champions from all ethnic nationalities in Nigeria who kept mute when their people are being marginalized, and they are smiling to the bank, making mockery of them, and at the same time offering themselves as your helpers and all that. Only in Nigeria could that happen. Only in Nigeria. But when everyone goes their separate ways, right? I believe, right? We're not going to be crime-free, but we can indeed know our criminals, and we will never empower our own criminals, ever. Not the way Nigeria made them or put them above us, a system that we probably have no say in. You know, they have a constitution that you probably have no idea who wrote them, but you are obeying them like this.
Ten things you never knew about the 1999 Constitution. Did you know that the 1999 Constitution was promulgated by the Military Decree 24 of 1999? And to think of it, this 1999 Constitution was never subjected to a referendum.
Did you also know that this 1999 Constitution was written by a selected few that never got the consent of the indigenous nationalities or its representation?
Did you know that after writing the 1999 Constitution, it was hidden from the public until after the inauguration of President Obasanjo in 1999?
Funny enough, This 1999 constitution was not printed by the government press or any known printers in 1999.
Did you know that the 1999 Constitution created a unitary government as against the projected federal government, and this forged an inefficient over-centralized government, as well as creating a centralized judiciary whom has never been autonomous?
In all this, did you know that this 1999 constitution falsely and maliciously claims that the indigenous nationalities willingly handed over their lands and resources to the federal government?
And interestingly, did you know that the 1999 Constitution calls state governors chief security officers, but at the same time centralized all the security agencies and denies these state governors control over any of the security
And
agencies?
finally, do you know that the illegitimate 1999 Constitution in Section 6, subsection 6c, absolves the government from liabilities regarding rights of the citizens as provided in Chapter 2, making this right not justifiable?
This and many more are the reasons why corruption, unaccountability, incompetence, and insecurity are institutionalized in Nigeria.
So did you know? And then you have the characters who are now telling you that to hell with restructuring.
Elon Musk is talking about constricting the journey from London to New York to 31 minutes. But unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring. Let's improve on the quality of governance. Let's work for the people. Let's invest in education. Let's create jobs. All this madness will evaporate. I raise my case.
All the madness will evaporate by a man that coordinated the kidnapping of Chibok girls, over 270 schoolgirls, many of them raped by the terrorists and put in family way, only for them to return later to a celebratory welcome by the state governors, welcoming them as repentant terrorists with their families, raped children, school children that were kidnapped. That's the terrorist. But somebody, they said this lady, she's Awolowo's daughter. I haven't confirmed that, but she said they are planning to eliminate Tifnumbu and replace him with Shitty Man. I just want to share that before I go. Listen to this.
That is going to affect all of us. A lot of diasporas, they want to go home. A lot of Yoruba people, they want to go back to Nigeria and see their families. But they couldn't. For the past, since 2015, is one terrorism, one kidnapping or the other. So when we are saying it's Yoruba Lokon, but look at the person who wants to represent Yoruba, he's struggling with his ill health. You cannot say because Tinubu is Yoruba, then all of us, our Yoruba, all Yorubas have to suffer for it. No. When you are campaigning for Tinubu, the people who put Tinubu forward, who gave him that flag, knowing that he's very sick. The reason why they gave him that flag is because they want Shetima to be the president. You are campaigning for Tinubu, but in reality, immediately they swear in Tinubu within 24 hours. They know their plan for Tinubu. Their own president, as far as they're concerned, is Shetima. And after 8 years of Buhari, God forbid Shetima. Because at the end of the day, it's not fair. When was the last time we have a Southeast president? When we are saying it's our turn. We have Obasanjo. We have President Obasanjo who represented Yorubas. And you know how many years he stayed there. So when was the last time we have a, Igbo president, somebody from the Southeast? And
Anon. I just thought I should add that Jara for you anyway. So they said that Shetima is in track. And I think that will align with some of you. They are calling conspiracy theorists. Because when you say that, with Kolu and as he is, right? And there's Shetima who said he will be in charge of security and Kolu will be in charge of economy. A sort of a turntable when the the president is supposed to be commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And then the vice president is supposed to be in charge of economy and all that stuff. Shettima arrogated to himself that it would be handling the security, because now he knows about the security very well. So APC, Egbekegbe said, what Shettima was saying is, the president, Tifnumbu, can just say, hey, Shettima, I made you a commander today, commander-in-chief, or help me handle security. I can delegate that to Shettima and all that stuff. But people who knows know, okay? So whatever your own is in all of this, just be careful, because the only ultimate thing is that just have it at the back of your mind, that if there's anything you have to do as a Yoruba man watching me right now, if you have anything at all you like to do to promote the cause of Yoruba land and the Yoruba people, in this case, just have it that if an opportunity presents itself and they ask you to choose between Nigeria and Yoruba nation or Yoruba land, don't be that ignorant, what do you call it? Ignorant, I don't want to use Omoale, but a prodigal son, kind of, okay? So don't be, because at the end of the day, you will regret it. If you don't believe me, ask your parents, okay? Many of them will tell you, if they had an opportunity to choose between Nigeria and choose their own Yoruba nation, they will tell you they would have chosen the latter, right? Don't let your children come around and say, Dad, Mommy, what were you doing when things were really getting worse? I was reading about things that happened 10, 15 years ago when people were indeed pushing back for people like us never to become this worst of the worst that Nigeria is about to make us of. What were you doing? Would you say you are shouting and you look on, you are shouting one Nigeria, one Nigeria? I'm saying this to you. It's important. I don't have any power to possibly make you accept the truth, or I can also possibly get you to think about the truth, especially the moment you heard it from me, okay? So on MaiyegundsDiary Politico, I'm doing my own part. My friends on MaiyegundsDiary Politico, we are doing our part to champion what we call the interest of the Yoruba and Yoruba people in our own little way. It may not be in an elaborate way that some would like to see yet, but we are doing our own bit, okay? So this month, by the way, I'm gonna add that. I nearly forget that. So from what we have, and then what we intend to do before, we had that little delay this past month, okay? I don't know if you still remember that. So we already have our publicity billboards out there. We are planning to reach out to the vulnerable in our own society in Yoruba land, which is primary intention of ways of getting our messages mostly into the inner land of the heartland of a Yoruba nation. So I am going to make a proposal. It is a proposal open for everybody's conversation, okay? Currently, I am still currently holding the sum of 1.3 million naira from what we raised the last time, okay? I am still holding that as we speak. Now, from our conversation before now, when we said we are going to approach this in an humanitarian way, whereby we can intervene in helping our people in different capacity as we can, and then possibly get them turned, influence them in a way from the manipulation of the political class that are already angling up to use the same poverty they created, right, to use it on them for their 2023 charade. So we had that agreement on this platform. The reason why we haven't really got that started is because we needed to set up the platform legally in the UK. Setting it up legally in the UK requires us to make a lot of payments, the one that we don't have as we speak. Or if we had made those payments, we probably won't even have paid off or have anything left. So as we speak, I currently have 1.2 to 1.3 million naira from our last savings. Now, I am now going to have to work with our friends and our people back in Yoruba land. Before now, I was already in talk with a member of this platform, Princess. I bet she's watching as well. So I was in touch with her, and we had this conversation around the food bank system, okay? the food bank system where, uncooked raw food, are bought, bagged, and sold cheaper to our people. I'm talking about cheaper, right? Because the intention is not really to, sell them. The intention is to give them out, right? And possibly get something, peanut, whatever it is back. And then we add to that again and help others. We've had several suggestions on this platform. Now, this month, okay, I don't want us to just invest or spend our money on just publicity. That has to do with telling everybody why we need to indeed come together, make a unison demand on leaving this contraption, make it real than this, and then in support of those who have already been doing the work. So we agreed to that on this platform. Some said, why don't we just get some, dedicated locations across Yoruba land? We'll pick those places. It may be up to, let's say maybe 20 places. Okay, we'll pick them, and then we allocate a fund where people walking between a certain hour, if whatever they eat, like just go in there and get yourself a free lunch, or get yourself some free dinner, or get yourself a free breakfast, or whatever you. So we suggested that on this platform. So I've been in touch with Princess when it comes to the food, and not just just grains and all that. We're talking about food generally. So I am now thinking, or I am proposing to you, while we wait for the official registration of the Yoruba Union in the UK, which I told you will cost us on its own £5,000. Yes, that's what the consultant demanded. But that's a lot. Before we do all that, I am proposing that we can have a temporary platform where we can pool our resources together, right? And then get this. I already have enough to get it set up anyway. So we can set it up this month, get it registered back in Nigeria. Now that will be our own bridge to every other thing we are going to be doing. Okay. And remember, since we deal in transparency and all that, it won't be a problem with the people we are going to work with as well. Okay. So we can then use that opportunity as we approach the end of the year as our own way of getting in, as we chose. So we can then use that opportunity to go into health, education, and at the same time, food, as we discussed. And the other one that I have also identified, and I'm not going to give you too much details, okay? The one I have identified in the area of security is there is officially recognized vigilantes across Yoruba land. We know them, we know their commanders, we know some of the people who work with them as well. So, and we also have identified hotspots in Yoruba land, areas where people have reported incessant attacks, kidnappings, and all that stuff in Yoruba land. So we can reach out to support those who have already been providing a bit of security in those areas. And like I said, I won't say much, but this can help them too. Whenever we have to, channel out any fund back to the old projects. Now, call this one, the new project proposal that is going to be the springboard for other things that we're going to do. Our own thing on this platform is to help. And I'm happy that on this platform, we have been able to touch so many lives, many of them that we will never see, many of them you will never meet, many of them that will never even see you or know you. The beneficiaries of our goodwill on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, the one that gave birth to the Yoruba Union, Yoruba Rescue Fund, and many other laudable ideas that people just wanted to help from the diaspora, so to say, and people back in Nigeria as well. So there's so many people back home as well who have been waiting for the past 6 months on how can they be part of this. How can we be part of this, Maiyegun? I mean, what should we do? What do you think we should do? And I've always been saying we should wait. We should wait. I think we can put a halt to that wait now. And I've told you many times, we have nothing to prove to anybody. We have nobody to prove anything to. Whatever we have, any proof we have to prove to anyone is to ourselves. We have broken records. We have done unthinkable. We have raised funds that have touched lives. We have witnesses and we have people who have been so eternally grateful to us for our interventions in the past on this platform. So we have nobody to prove anything to, like I said, other than ourselves. So see this as the proposal. If you say yes, I would begin the work with our princess. I would mobilize fund to get that registered. Everything that needed to be set up, I will mobilize fund for it. We still have some money, like I told you. I can get them mobilized, get everything set up, but at the same time, to sustain it, it has to be you. It has to be me. It has to be us. If we turn down and if we slow down on it, then we can at the same time, at this point, begin to manage our expectations, okay? I am just a messenger. I'm not that money bag. But I have told you now, see this as my proposal. And when you have to call in to make contribution on it, please let me know what you feel. Because in the next 24 hours or 48 hours, I may launch that portal where you'll be able to make that contribution. And before that as well, I may be able to mobilize funds to this team in Nigeria to begin the process of setting this whole thing up now, right? So whatever or how long it's going to take, your reaction will determine that from now. So this can be our own opportunity to actually really help in areas where that help is needed. And this time around, this can be our own opportunity to actually help as well by making physical contacts with the people that should own the project. I told you, if we can do any underground work that can get these people on our side, yeah, we can get rid of those who are holding us down for Nigeria in Yoruba land. You may not know the power we can wield. I mean, just try it. But our reaction will determine that. I am just a messenger. I am your Geo, the Baba Geo of the Temple of Truth. I have said this now, okay? And if it's going to become a reality, it is now going to be left to all of you. Do you want to know my proposal? I want this platform to be able to have a subvention, a regular subvention of 10 million naira that will go into helping our people in the area of food, helping our people and our children in the area of education, and helping our people who are standing up and putting their life on the line in the area of security, helping our people as well in the area of healthcare. If we can regularly provide 10 million naira for a start on this platform, for this project, for these people back in Nigeria. I'm not asking you to give me money. I'm asking you to do what you know how to do best. Doing the unthinkable, doing the unbelievable, surprising people enough that they're like, wow. Now, this is the new one that is part of what we are, a part of our grand plan that we have to start from somewhere else. And that is, Princess, I don't know if you are watching, and I hope you are. If you are, yeah, that is the proposal now. I deliberately mentioned your name because you and I have had a lot of chats for months now, on this project. And I think, sometimes if there's going to be any delay elsewhere, we can improvise. Now, this is our time to improvise. Can we do something? Can we? I will let you decide. Thank you very much. I'm going to go make my tea. I'll take a few calls as well before we call it a night. So please share the broadcast if you haven't. Like it if you haven't. And at the same time, stay back and pick up that phone. You can call in and make your own contribution tonight. I will be back.
Buhari is a
Anyway, thank you very much. Yeah. So I didn't even connect the phone itself. Give me a sec. So if you want to be part of this or you want to call in at all, you know what to do, okay? And it's always good to kind of start your calling early. You see, when people begin to make contribution, it begins to get interesting and all of that stuff, and you start trying to get in, then it may actually be a different ball game. Okay. So I have the first person on the line. Yeah. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Oh, the Prince. How are you?
Yeah. I'm fine, are you?
I am very well. Thank you so much for asking. It's been a long time.
Yes, so I've been so busy. I thank God I'm pursuing to call tonight.
It's good to hear from
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for standing in the gap. You know what you are doing, so marvelous. You know.
Thanks, man.
You know we love you so much, honestly.
Thanks, Baba.
Maiyegun, there are some things that we must always remember. You know, because our people they tend to forget very easily. You know, maybe because of the level of poverty around them. Well, first of all, I would say, Nigeria not happen to any one of us, our family. I believe that should be our slogan on this program.
Amen.
You know, so that whenever I think that will be ringing bell. You see, Maiyegun, when these people always when they want to talk, Garba Shehu and when they want to talk, they say that they will say in northern Nigeria. You see, there's something we should know that the packaging they have over there. One is that out of 19 states of the northern states, 19 states they have, 14 is being ruled by Fulani. 14 states. I hope you are aware. You know that. 14 states are being ruled by Fulani, but they are minority. You know, in that region. You know, already why they are stealing like mad. NNPC, if you go there,
crazy.
There's no return, no income coming in.
No accountability.
But if you go there, 99% of people that are working there are Fulani, both the one from Niger and the one that they are host in Nigeria. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
So that is why they are looting like mad, is to make sure that the states in Nigeria, they matriculate everywhere, make sure that the Hausas already is gone, because the 19 states, the Hausas are supposed to be the one, a majority, they are at least 95%, you know, there. But them that are minority are now ruling in 14 states. And what they have done at the state level is what they are bringing to the federal level. Now, they have positioned themselves in two ways. PDP, they put article there. Then in APC, they position at Chetima there. So anywhere Nigeria run to, we run into the hand of you run into the hand of the Fulani
as well. They don't put another supposed Mauritius, I've been a Mauritanian. Like, you remember that one, Dati. So anywhere where you run to, you are going to run into them. Or more systems.
I'm telling you, the three cardinal points are all Fulani. That's why they steal like mad, so that they can use the money to buy their way into every corner, to make sure that anywhere you run to is into the hand of the Fulani. So there is no going back on Oduduwa nation, no going back on Biafra nation. No. If you want to survive, you know, 1 year in Nigeria now is like 1,000 years. You know, the 1 year in Nigeria, the way the level of things now, 1 year is like 1,000 years. It's only a fool that will continue to think that if Obi lose, wait for another 4 years. That 4 years, even hellfire, will be better for you to run into than to remain in Nigeria.
See, there's something about this crop of people produced from northern Nigeria as political representative at the federal level. Okay, do you know that it's always their way to wreck the country? Then a southerner will now come. Then we start rebuilding. When they are now safe, another one will come again, deplete everything, destroy everything. Then another southerner will come, start rebuilding or begging for debt forgiveness. Please forgive us the debt, forgive us our debt and all of that stuff. And it has always been like that cycle, like the worst of the worst before Buhari even came.
Maiyegun, if you look, Maiyegun, what you are saying, to complement it, if you look at all the places that they have minded before Fulani, majority after looting, they will just set it ablaze.
Set it up.
They will set it ablaze. I get me, so that there will be no record, no finding, no investigation. Everything will just die. That matter. I get me. You know. So Maiyegun, to telling you, if Nigeria has sense at all, if there's anyone remaining, you know, everybody should just forget. After all, the constitution is a criminal constitution. It's a military constitution. It's not for civilians. It's a decree. That in there is a decree. You know, it's a fraud. So why there's no reason, no normal human being.
Everybody be dying for it to defend it. So I'm gonna defend the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Are you serious? Do you even know what you want to defend?
It's complete madness. I get me. It is complete madness. Because even in fact, let me just drop it like that. Let others go.
Bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for stopping by. That's our first caller. Meanwhile, on Tuesday, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would appear in court. You remember the Johnny's case till October. The same way they have been running away from their court, his legal team have managed to force them to bring it forward. So on Tuesday, it's going to be all rocky to Abuja for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have no detail of what is going to be like, but as usual, you can tell what it's going to be like. They are all going to be scampering here and there, as if to say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of those who took over 200 school children that should be dreaded, or those who took over 167 or 68 passengers on the Kaduna Abuja train. We finally caught him. We finally caught the people who did that. No, he is a man that has become their nightmare for demanding or asking for a Biafra referendum. He said, listen, I will disappear forever if you give Biafra referendum and the Biafrans vote for Nigeria. You just give us, try us, and once the people say no, I would disappear forever and never. You will never see me again. Talk of Biafra. But they won't try that. Rather, they want him to disappear now, or they will make him disappear. Unfortunately, they have been unable to really make him disappear. Every time they bring him out, it's always been a lockdown in Abuja. Next Tuesday is another day. Hello there.
Maiyegun, my brother.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless you.
How are you?
I'm very fine. And you?
I am also fine, I would say, because I'm here. Thanks for asking. So everyone can hear you as well, live. Abba?
Thank you so much. I would like to always say thank you to you because you are doing a very great job.
Thank you.
And I want to commend you to keep it up.
Thank you. I will.
See, Nigeria is it's something that if we want to keep talking about it, we can't stop because it's like a movie that has a very long.
It should be on Netflix. Honestly speaking, if I have somebody that says, Maiyegun, if I give you $1 million, can you bring Nigeria onto Netflix? I'll just say, give me 1 year. I'll give you a masterpiece.
Honestly,
everything happened in that place. Everything should be on Netflix, and it will be a blockbuster because they are so unreal.
It's so fake that you can easily predict. Even you don't need to be educated to predict the next move of Nigerian government. All you need to do is to pay attention. You can be able to tell this is the next thing they are going to do.
More than 70% accurate. You will be more than 70% accurate if you pay attention. They are predictable.
My brother, you don't need to be educated. They are so very interesting that you can easily say
there is no genius about it. Just pay attention. You realize that they are so predictable, I believe.
You see, all these things, all these charade, they are just doing. Just take, for example, when they brought Tanko technicality.
The plane driver.
Tanko have overstayed his use. They have used him to achieve whatever they wanted. They technically removed him when they were very comfortable that the Igbo woman
is now out of the way.
Is out of the way. They carefully played that game. They kept Tanko from the way and removed him. Now, he came to the one they call the I don't know what to call him, the one they call the Brahim Magu.
Which of them? Magu?
Luther.
Magu Luther King. Sorry, people said I shouldn't use Zaki. I should use Magu Luther Crook, rather.
Okay, better. Magu Luther Crook. He got to that one. They managed to do Bruhaha they did. And they carefully gave him a soft landing.
He's still out.
Finally, they restored him back to police force. Now, it moved over to what's his name? The one that they call Super Cop.
About Shteloki, Yari. That's the debt collector.
That one, when they saw that America was involved, they carefully played a smart one so that it doesn't look like they are covering him up. Because they know that America is not involved. They don't want to go and make it very obvious. They decided to use the court to give him a soft landing. To make it look as if they are really, really working. They used the judiciary and gave him a soft landing.
That's true.
Don't be surprised that someday, somehow...
No, the same court is just going to wake up one day now. The same court is going to wake up one day and say they crush all the allegation that they should restore him. Nigeria will now have to pay him all the months that they locked him up. They will pay him, then they restore him and promote him. Now, Nigeria now, you said it before. They are predictable.
That is the point. So predictable, my brother. So, you see, when you look at all these things, anybody they pay attention will simply conclude with one thing, that Nigeria is irredeemable. It's not being harsh. It's so irredeemable because they that created it know that it's irredeemable. Let me give you a very common example.
Another one.
Like I have said before, I am an Igbo man. I don't have personal problem with Obi. He's still my brother, no matter whatever he's doing. But do you know one reason why I don't believe in the Obi and obedient movement? Because I don't need anybody to educate me. From the very day he declared his interest, I got suspected. I got suspicious. But the day I confirmed my suspicion was the day I saw him took a photograph with somebody in UK in their 10 Downing Street. He posted that photo. It went so viral on the internet.
Yes. And that was, I think that was before it declared for Labour, right? That was before he left PDP. Go on.
God bless you. God bless you, my brother. Let me tell you once again.
Tell us.
Obi campaign is very, very simple. It has only one intention. One intention is not to salvage Nigeria. Forget about it. The problem is the creators of Nigeria, together with their colonialists, colonists in Nigeria, with the creators of Nigeria. The idea of packaging Obi is to distract the Biafra agitation. Because why? They miscalculated and they misfired. Their whole intention was that the agitation anchors solely on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That if they succeed and got him out of the way, the agitation will die. But when they realized that this thing is not going to die by incarcerating this man, when they saw that the agitation is taking another dimension that is even greater than what was there when Nnamdi Kanu was there, they now came back and re-strategized. And their strategy found its way on Obi. They found Obi as a very suitable candidate to use as a distraction to that Biafra agitation. And for that reason,
once an Igbo man is top 3 contender for Nigeria presidency, can you just wait a bit for your Biafra? At least wait now.
God bless you.
Relax.
That is
your man is one of the top
like
contenders now. Come on, relax. I get you, Baba.
As you just see some Yoruba brothers are just shouting now. Tinubu is our own brother. Let us try to soft down on this Yoruba agitation, Yoruba nation.
They are already doing it.
The same thing they wanted to do with Biafra. But can I tell you something?
Tell us.
And I want to say it is how I wish the creators of Nigeria would be listening.
Hopefully
and those that are doing whatever they are doing, I want to remind them something. Biafra is something that you cannot kill with bullets. You can't even kill it with intelligence because it's a spirit-moved struggle. Why do I say that? If it is not a spirit-moved struggle, Biafra struggle will die with Ojukwu. But because it's controlled by a spirit, there is a force behind Biafra agitation. Even if you like, take another agitator that is very, very significant to this struggle as they took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm telling you, another person will rise from another place.
From another area again. That's true. That's true.
I'm telling you, it's propelled by a spirit combined with an ideology.
Do you know one of the things I believe why Biafra agitation or Biafra advocacy will never die? No matter what anybody do, no matter what any country or whatever you do, is that Nigeria is not in any way taking responsibility for what they did. Do you get that?
God bless you.
People are not healing from what happened. Rather than for Nigeria to take responsibility and begin restitution, Nigeria is still even threatening those who are left that your parent didn't tell you, Abi, we'll do what we did to your parent. Then how do you want Biafra struggle to end? How?
That is, listen, my brother. You see, in my local adage, there's something they say. A dog, when death begins to hunt for a dog, they say in our local dialect, that the
first
dog
speak it in the dialect first. You know what? I want you to speak it out in Igbo first. Then you will interpret it for us because I want to see the originality in it. Because you are trying to think of the right English to use. I want to use the right one about that dog. Do that for me, please.
Okay.
Please.
God bless.
Say everything in Igbo. Whatever you want to say with that illustration, the dog and all that. Say everything in Igbo, right? Then come and tell me the meaning, please.
Okay, fine.
Please, sir. Go on.
We say, one kita, one kita, and if we are for Nushinshin, one kita, and if we are for Nushinshin. That means when death begins to hunt for a dog, it doesn't allow that dog to perceive smell. It doesn't allow that dog. Nigeria is like that dog. Because they are destined to die. Nigeria is destined to disintegrate. They will continue to make mistake upon mistake until Nigeria will disintegrate in their presence. Look, my prayer. I want to pray for two people.
Please.
And my prayer for two people is for Gowon and Obasanjo. I pray that they will not die. They will live to see Nigeria disintegrate because they have sworn that Nigeria will not disintegrate. But I don't want them to die yet. I want them to see that that thing that made them to kill millions of people. I want them
that's
to
one question I keep asking myself. Do you know when I was researching more on the Biafra Nigeria genocidal war, I was like, man, wait to see Nigeria now, see us, see all of us, see us now. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, all of us, see us now. Do we represent a country that killed themselves? Over 5 million people killed from one ethnic nationality. Then just to keep all of us together to come and face this sufferness, hardship, economic corruption, oppression, ethnic profiling, terrorism. I'm like, so they killed millions of people to kill all of us together, to face this mystery together? Like, it never made any sense to me.
Because why they keep killing is because they think with gun and bullet, they will stop the idea. But unfortunately, it can't stop because why? Nigeria, as I said, is destined not to be together. Anybody trying to convince me or anybody that God created Nigeria is a blatant liar. It's a liar.
Yes.
God never created Nigeria. And God never, let me tell you something from the scripture, please. God is not stupid. People should not come to make God be their remote. God is God. God that created us did something very, very, very unique. I love to use to describe our diversity in Nigeria. What our problem in Nigeria is a dangerous diversity. And that diversity is the reason why we are not progressive. And that is the reason why we have all these problems. When that diversity existed in the house of Abraham, God saw the problem. God saw the danger. And he told Abraham, you know what? Take this, your son Ishmael. God never disowned Ishmael. God never cursed Ishmael. God blessed Ishmael. He said, no. This, your son Ishmael, cannot be able to coexist with his brother Isaac. He said, send Ishmael away. Let him go and live in a different place so that his brother and himself will be at peace.
At peace.
And if you read the scripture carefully, when Abraham died, Ishmael came and joined hands with his brother Isaac, and they buried their father. They were never enemies, but they lived separately and there was peace. And Ishmael is the father of this Islam and Muslim. But that is not even the issue. The problem is people have corrupted the Islam. I don't have problem with Islam as a religion. The people in Africa have corrupted it so much that they now use this Islam to begin to embark on conquest. And that is what I, as a person, reject. And we must fight it. It doesn't matter how anybody supports them. If the whole world let them support Fulani. We, Biafrans, will never see an inch of our land to Fulani. It's better all of us will not exist. We can never cede our land to Fulani while
under
we are
any disguise or under any arrangement. That's not going to happen. That's why we are where we are now.
I'm saying it live. We, Biafrans, will not cede an inch of our territory. We are fighting to get back the one they have manipulated to carve out of the eastern Nigeria. We will get it back. They can never in this modern world take an inch of our land again.
Thank you so much,
One thing I discovered with the Fulani is that the only language they understand is violence. and they think they are monopoly to violence.
And nobody's
They are
a
not
monopoly.
to violence.
Violence. Agreed.
They think they are monopoly to violence. They think they are the only one that knows how to kill. It doesn't matter how they have manipulated the security. But to end my point today is I want to encourage our brother, the Duduwa people. I am congratulating you immensely. I saw something, I believe it was live. I saw something, I was at work, but I saw a video somewhere in Ondo, and people were organizing rally somewhere, I think in Ondo State or something, for Yoruba Nation. I thank everybody that is making every frantic effort to create that awareness. Yoruba people should not be deterred by all those laughing. Those laughing today, I can assure you, they will join the chorus in a very, very short moment.
I agree.
They will, before December, we will know how many obedience will remain. I told you that before. Before December, we will know how many they will remain. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing this long time with me this evening. Honestly speaking, though I don't have any traffic of callers, by the way, but I enjoy every minute I spend with you. Thank you for stopping by, okay? And you have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So that's a very good one, a very long one. Detailed as well. One thing I love about my callers is that, okay? So I am rounding up, okay? I think I want us to think about what I said earlier. I'm going to repeat it again some other time. If my proposal is in any way accepted in this temple of truth, then we're going to do something. Even those who are like, abusing Maiyegun or trying to see what they, no. You will find out later that I'm actually the friend that you need. I am the best friend that you need. But you may not need me right now, but you're going to need me sometime soon. Because I've got people who have good hearts, great people, who's that the situation back home is really, really, really worrying them. Some of them have traveled back and they came back with their own version of what they saw. And none of them felt really comfortable with what they saw, and they want to help. But we know that those of your oppressors you are jumping after and following, you are glued to them. We'll do our best to untangle you. And that's about to happen. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, this is Patrick calling from United States.
Did you say Patrick?
Yes, I've been longing to talk to you, but I don't know that.
Better, Grant.
Trying like.
I know it's quite tonight, and which is a good thing. It allowed us to have kind of a lengthy, clearer conversation as well. So I'm glad you're calling. So how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm okay. How is your daughter and your family?
She's fine. She's growing. She's growing bigger, and I'm growing thinner and smaller because I've lost all the best nights I usually enjoy for my sleep. But yeah, she's fine.
I know. Congratulations
Thanks
again.
so much, Patrick. Thank you.
I am happy being the first time caller. I've been a big fan of you for the past almost 3 years now.
I know.
You know? And I just want to appreciate the good work you've been doing. I'm a big fan. Make comments, share your videos and stuff every day. Come back from work in the morning. I have to like
somebody. Yesterday I was sending a vote of thanks to my premium members, the people that pay monthly here and all that stuff, subscribers, right? And then when I left the program, I just read the comment and somebody said, "Maiyegun, so because I'm not a member, I'm using my data to watch you every day, every night. Share your video, like your video, everything. You didn't mention me." I'm like, okay. I love everyone. Okay. As always, without you, there's probably no Maiyegun. So I'm so grateful. Baba. Thank you.
Yeah. I just want to commend the good thing you're doing, the Yoruba Nation thing, the Biafra. All I'm just saying is keep doing the great thing you're doing. You understand me? God is gonna do what He's gonna do in our life. He knows the best. He knows from the beginning to the end. You understand me? So I just want to contribute this is let the will of God be done in Nigeria. You understand me? Which I believe the Yoruba Nation is a good thing. It's a good platform. It's a good thing. The Biafra thing, same thing. I'm a Biafra, hardcore Biafra. You understand me? Not most especially not the comments from my. He's my in-law. He's married to my auntie. You understand me? So yeah, so we from same distance. So I just want to say everything will work out at no time. You understand me? So you just keep doing the good thing you're doing, and God bless your handwork, and we keep praying for you also, and pray for the One Nation and the Biafra Nation.
Thanks, man.
And just want to say, God bless you.
Thanks so much, and you too. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you have a good night, sir.
Right, that's a Patrick there, one of the usual regular callers and one of those interesting ones as well. We've not spoken for a while, and I'm glad he was in tonight. So I'll take another one again, and this time around, I think it's also from the US. Hello there.
Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I hail you.
I hail too, Baba. I don't if as you try, as you throw them, I they catch them, so I they throw back. Oh, they catch them.
Can I lafia diko?
Meda lafia lao. Kaji. Wait. I've told you don't rush me. Don't always rush me. Well, you do give me the simple ones. So you said lafia lao.
I say can I lafia? Sure you are okay. You're doing okay. Lafia,
yeah.
Then you say lafia kalau.
Lafia kalau, lafia kalau. So
you say ina nan lafia.
Say that again.
Ina nan lafia.
Ina nan lafia. Okay.
Ina nan lafia dada ni muwa.
Yeti gunju jari Ahmed. De.
No, ina na lafia, ina na
lafia.
Ya de ba oni.
Lafia kalau. Ya iki. Ya mata. Ya dogo. Àwọn kote mi mo niyan. So that's where ya abi nkan anyway. So how are you, Baba? Meda.
Ewo tu di dogo aye ku.
That way anybody ba ga now. So we dogo yen anyway. The man of the house.
You got it.
Abi Megida. Yaya Megida.
Megida Bali.
Yaya Mata, Yaya Megida, Yaya. Baba, Yaya left for now, How are you? I don't sweat. You don't understand. Now, people where they watch me go to say I'm trying to make a joke. No. You don't know I'm struggling because immediately you hit me, everything just disappear. Like I said inside exam hall, See, I'm sweating. I actually feel like I'm failing. God, I'm failing. Usually I should be improving, right? Immediately you said something, I should be like, yeah. But I'm like, fuck, man, I'm failing. So please, let's leave Yaya for now, And how are you, by the way?
So, Maiyegun, I'm doing good.
Now how's the baby and the mom and everyone around, by the way?
Yeah.
Grand. Thanks so much.
I much today, but I'll just pinpoint one or two things, The man you were talking about, the man the desert era
Tukor Mamu, the publisher.
Yeah. Kini, that desert era is around Angon Turkey in Kaduna State. Around Angon Turkey. So City, Ibitimukishi primary school. Where where that place is. So,
if not because of Boko Haram news and all that, Daily Trust, Desert Herald newspaper, and all those ones that they are affiliates, they always have the correct info on these all activities. But it's only when one of them, it's only once in a while on the Twitter, on Facebook, that we were like, hey, so this thing is happening. Another one is Arambu or something, or Hombu something. But tell me what you want to say to me about the guy, since you know him.
Yeah. So you see, all this, and if you go to that Angon Turkey must be what's this guy name? Osama bin Gumi Abikilon Torupe. Most people to manshi tafsir around Angon Turkey, they call it Sultan Bello Mosque. CBT Desert Enwa.
Right.
Same as they come out from that mosque, they enter the road where they go there. In short, not the same place. Why the mosque in the desert? You understand? And if go to down go Turkey, the fanatism, Tijaban Shele, Nikaduna, you see, they start, they fight, they start, they tell you, say, Tudun Wada, and go and Turkey, Ibon Nikintuke, no, Tudun Nupawa, Tudun Wada, they are almost the same,
Regasa area and all that, yeah.
All those places, if they tell you, say, fight, they don't start at riot. Now, all those places. Now, there you will see
so
most
that's
of
like the geolocation for most of those fanatics, where they have the mosques that is serving and feeding their fanaticism every now and then, yeah?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. So you see all those places. If you go to all those places, these places I just called out, you see that there is no more any Christian, not even Christian, language, AD in them. You understand? Yorubas. Because most of the Yorubas, most of you don't understand that our Bashiwai, we are not 100% Muslim. So even you are a Muslim, you are not complete because you are a Yoruba.
Yes.
So they believe that they are more Muslim than you.
Than you, yeah.
Mosque in front of my own house.
And you know, if they could even treat Awusas, Ahmed, I mean, they said publicly, privately, they keep saying that if not because of them that brought through Islam, Awusas and other indigenous people of northern Nigeria, they are infidels. That they came to save them, to teach them. But before, Awusas are always mixing local voodoo plus Quranic teachings and all that stuff. And to them, they should never be mixed. If not because of the Fulanis, Awusas are not different from idol worshippers. They said that publicly. I heard that from them. And I'm like, hey, I thought everybody is the same. I said, no, we came to save you. We are now doing shakara of, that you own the land and the rest of that.
I have my best friend. I will tell you that. I will keep on telling you. My best friend.
Yeah.
The only person, I have a lot of friends,
right.
But the only person who sees as the best friend, this guy, let me even tell you his name, make I shock you. His name now, Fodio. Right. Now his name is that Fodio. But you know what? Fodio, now his name is that. But make I tell you something, you see this guy, anything I will tell him, I will tell you, you know what, go and study all these things I tell you. And whatever you make out of it, that's yours. You will come back and say, Baba, this thing where you tell me more. Now, Hausa guy from KB. Fulani, is from KB, is an Hausa guy, but forget every single thing where I will tell him. This guy, he will verify and will say, now, person will say, in like me and him, we came up together.
I see.
You understand? And he believes anything where I will tell him. I no go tell him just because they are one manipulator or cynical. Everybody wants a better life. And he understands me.
Everybody want to feel safe.
Yes. And you see through him, he sit down with people. Most of the time now, because they say that fanatism, that kind of nonsense, no day in blood.
Feed they have fed him, and there are many, but they are in their millions, and it's I mean, they were interviewed some of them, and also coupled with the fact that opportunity to get them educated properly have been denied them. Okay, and there are so many, like I said, right? They were interviewing one of them, the other, well, they are interviewing more than one of them, and they all spoke almost the same thing. Okay. They didn't see what they are doing. When they go out, for example, and they burn and they kill people and they burn properties, okay? They don't see that they are doing anything wrong. Like, you are looking at them and be like, why they do this? They don't see it as anything wrong. Guess another thing somebody told me, they said an average Fulani in northern Nigeria today, as a child, doesn't really see it as a wrong thing to walk into a shop. Right? For example, let's say he's hungry, Abi. He wants to eat bread. He doesn't see it as anything wrong to walk into a shop, grab that bread, open it up, and start eating and walk out. When you try to grab him and say, come and pay, then it will be like, why are you asking me to pay? Like, why? I said, is it that bad? He said, Baba, it is that worse now. So you go on the fear, say, if you touch him, if you touch him, what if they turn back again and burn your shop, burn everything, kill everybody inside your house? That's how it is now. I said, what?
Exactly. Maiyegun, make I tell you something.
Tell me.
Me, èmi tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, Mùsùlùmí jí, ọmọ àfà ni mi, bàbá ti ní
Alhaji.
And mo graduate Quran at Tabian. But you know, yeah, I did my walima. Mo sì mọ nǹkan tí mo kà. Mi ò ka wèrè mọ́.
Me drop out to me. Quranic student drop out to me. Drop out to me. Although if I when I was still younger, I still remember most of what I read, but as a dropout, we were team full. I come back on.
You see, but
graduate, I made this graduate, me, I'm a dropout. So, but anyway, we both we have an idea what you want to talk. So tell me, go on.
This religion that you see is just for you, it's just to, guide you, like to make you to stay away from some kind of things. Just to make you be a moderate person, think well, think about all that.
It's actually a very lovely thing. When I was reading Quran then, and then suddenly somebody just came. Normally when you read Quran, you are going to go and, as a Yoruba man, you go and do ituma as well. That's what Alaja will say. Alaja will be like, oh my, ko tete pari Quran yen, ko le lo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ma cut tumo. O láti lọ cut tumo. Baba, they just been God said this English version of Quran and the other. So when you are reading, you can see the meaning. So called the best, it makes sense in it. It's quite interesting, but the fanatism and the killings, were defendable, Baba.
Yes.
Oh, sad, gone.
Yes. If you see a regular Yoruba house, you will see a big pastor, Shiwa, the Momuwa, Adifala, and all. They become the family meeting. Everybody took on but you see that Nigeria, the reason why Nigeria must go is for us to go back. Everybody who are independent, anything you want to
free-minded, exactly.
Do it. Trying to limit you or tell you that no, what you're doing is not right or anything. You need to continue. In America, you can practice whatever thing. If you like, no practice.
Like, just do your thing. Like, people just want to live normally.
Where they are doing their own thing. You can't stop them. It is against the law.
Baba, see, right? We live abroad. You are a Muslim. Me, I don't get religion, okay? But I've told you I've been a molecule, like I said earlier, right? I've been a born again brother Sheyi for some time as well. And I don't carry a gun. Before we say we don't go take an also before and all of that stuff, okay? So with all that experience, I have never, in fact, should I say, Nigeria did not prepare me for the world I am exposed to or abroad, right? But nevertheless, I kind of cope. Where I'm going is this. When you see people who are like homosexuals, gays, lesbian, the rest of all those things, LGBTQ and all those things, right? There is a Nigerian in you that will want to make you speak out your mind. But there is also something that you have learned, emotional intelligence, when you live outside Nigeria, that mind your business. If that person is not coming to disturb your space, you can use your emotional intelligence and just look away. Something that a typical Nigerian that is just reading it. Nigerians who are not in office, so with people who are like, gay, this or that, and they're like normal people, everything, they are not with them. They are reading about it. This one, air fire, you they go. This one, this and that, you will be, and the rest of that. But we living outside, we have this thing that makes us, that allows us to be able to say, just be on your own. And if you're a Yoruba man, I think that's how we were raised as Yorubas as well. Or let me say, mostly as Southerners. I'm a Yoruba man, I can speak for Yoruba, okay? If you are a Muslim, if you are a Christian, if you are a Babalawo, Mamalawo, everybody in a family, there's no discrimination. A lie?
I'll not be lying. Maiyegun, you know, say me, when I did grow up, that fanaticism, that fanaticism don't begin enter.
So you get something that will make you so irritated, and you see another person and be like, who is this? You know? No.
Maiyegun, think come out. At Naim, my eye open. As I can't even marry, maybe say my wife, an African American.
Right.
She don't know anything. Oh Lord church, oh come back, oh joke with you, oh Lord church.
Now.
But as me and her, we say, oh, people interest in me, run I did do my thing. She like her, she did do am. You see, go now she dey even try to talk to people about Islam passing there. And if I know, if I dey act like mad human being, she go want follow am. We are going to show say king down one. Oh my God, that's really.
I got regular share. Now, you know, first you know, I come out to you go talk, Even your own American wife will be like, why did you say that? No, I didn't mean it that way. I was just reacting. I didn't mean it. You know now, I didn't mean it. I was surprised when you said that.
I did tell you. So you see, your actions sometimes towards religion, you always tell the kind of human being you are.
The kind of human being you are.
Yeah, if you tell the kind of human being you are. Maybe you don't hide and disguise on religion.
No.
Forget.
Now, own character. If you are that character and you become so kind of a vile, that's who you are. Yeah. Let's start with that. So if you now find people, like-minded people in religion who are like that, don't put it on religion. I keep telling people that, but they keep telling me, Maiyegun, you are wrong. Don't think like that. Now the teachings, okay, fine. You are right.
Islam, you are free to me. Christian. My grandma is still alive. She's still a Christian. I have uncles that are Christians. My firstborn is a Christian. So what do you want to tell me?
You have Olorisha in my family. We have Babalawo. I don't know. Maybe some new generation don't join Babalawo. But before I left Nigeria, we not to get Babalawo. But we get a pastor, we get Elemi in my family. Elemi.
My family, we get Adibala.
No, we don't have Vifa in my own. We only have no. Go on.
Up to tomorrow we still get. Around those time 97, 98, Damalo Church, Damajoko, all this. You get one day they talk about all these Christian movies, all those Yamatanga,
all those films they bring to our villages, I
don't forget all their name, all those people like them who in a church they go. For my area, for that north church, the CAC, Christ Apostolic Church. You are the most church you did a long one.
Maybe I've shared my story on this platform, Ahmed. Maybe I'll share one story here that I grew up with the Hausa. I don't even know if they're Hausa or Fulani anymore now with what Nigeria has become. But I still remember their name. I know Gubeka. I know Falalu. I know Taiwo. That one we call Taiwo because they are twins. So we just call him Taiwo. You see these three boys, we grew up together in Odogbolu. We grew up, we were so close, that they were selling tuwo. Myself, I sell tuwo because they are my friends. When we go and play football, when we play football together, I'm gone now, Ahmed. When we go and play football together, and they say it's 4 o'clock, they need to go and sell tuwo. They are my friends. Now let me go remain. So I have to follow them to carry tuwo to a spot where all the Hausas in Odogbolu and all the they are there. We'll be serving them tuwo. And then luru, and then the sauce and all that stuff. But one thing guaranteed is that I'm going to have my lunch and my dinner there. That was how I grew up. That's how I grew up.
No.
Well, Nigeria would have been
a lovely setup. In setting, sorry. It would have been a lovely setting, but no. it's just like no.
Our children won't really, our children can't survive this. If we have been honest, something needs to give, and we can't keep quiet.
No.
Ahmed, that's the point. So thank you
If
for stopping by.
So it was created fraudulently, but so basically what was supposed to be done was done, and we have a better place. It wouldn't have been like this. Most of us are here today. Nobody ever talks about separation from Nigeria. But you are for you, the workmen, everybody has to go in his own way.
That's right.
So that we can have a better life. And that is just
that is possible for those who love Nigeria. That's not too much to ask. Nobody is asking for war.
So
here we are.
If you feel like we are just talking, trash, don't worry. Maybe it's your brain that is thinking trash, but the day it happens,
it's all right.
Make no shock you.
If you get on with those, it's just gonna get on you. But we can always deal with trolls as well.
Nigeria will surely disintegrate, and it will not go by war. What people go and
people told me, they said that some said it's gonna be. They are doing the work already. Ahmed.
They are doing the work.
They are.
Make everybody just alert. By the time Obama jack, everybody better pick party. You pick that, make a pick that, make a hold that, everybody more be law. They know the date, but Obama jack you can't
take. My figure out to Ibonika back any cash. I'm with you, Baba. Thank you so much, Ahmed.
You have a good.
No, you see, I didn't know. Listen, I didn't have many callers tonight, but I have. I'm going to say I have one of the greatest conversation as well. People enjoyed it, I would say, and I want to say thank you.
Me and you get one more conversation like that.
Yeah,
I think people.
Because we know, one thing, Ahmed. We know something on MaiyegunsDiary Politico that you and I can pretend to be talking, but we know that there are more than 2,000 people listening to us on all platforms as we speak, Facebook, YouTube, and whatever we say, they are also reacting to them in the comments. So thank you for making it interesting.
You're welcome, Maiyegun.
You have a good evening, okay, Baba? Princess, I was expecting Princess to join us, but good enough. Let everybody go and digest what I said there tonight. We will take it up another time. Until I am convinced that I should go ahead and do something. In this case, I'm going to hold on to it, okay, Baba? But thank you, Ahmed, for stopping by.
You have it. All right.
Good one, Baba. Nice one. So, I'm so sorry. My time is almost up as well, so I'm going to call it a night at this point. To everyone who normally say, "Oh, Maiyegun, your this starting video is too long." Listen, most of my broadcasts, or should I say, most of my broadcasts are done live, unscripted. What do they call them? Uncasted. I just speak freely, and before I start speaking or start talking, I usually have to wait for my viewers. That is why I always have those intro. Sometimes the intro, well, all the time, the intro music is also to tell you the kind of broadcast you're about to listen to, the character behind the channel, Maiyegun, or should I say Maiyegun General on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. There are messages in those songs. But if you are not watching us live, save yourself the stress, okay? All you have to do is what? Skip those, the first 4 or 5 minutes, skip it and start listening, okay? Or should I say, skip the first 6 minutes or 7, because usually during those musical break, I usually do some intro into what we are about to listen to. Or better still, save yourself all the headache. Just fast forward it to after 10 minutes. If you're watching the full replay, or if you want to see it in parts, there are also those we call the premiere. You can watch them in parts, not as long as 3 hours, okay? Thank you for spending your evening with me. Again, I'm going to see you some other time. From here to you, I'm going to say good night. You have a safe and then a sound sleep.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary ayé mi nàmbà wá. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary. àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun number one. bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun number one. ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun number one. MaiyegunDiary Diary Politico. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun number one. ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun number one. àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun number one. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.